Very hard to score in the 5-on-5 half-court set against Norfolk State, but when you get the numbers in your advantage, as Howard has, getting transition layups is much easier.
Richardson all the way in as she broke through with the steal and an easy layup to make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, she intercepted that one for the pick six like a free safety.
Long miss off the three from Creek. A rare misstep shooting the rock here in the second half. Walker, the righty flip is in.
Good move off the shot fake, got the defender up in the air, able to get to her float game. But a lot of time in this game, if you're head coach Ty Grace, disappointed in your team with the first execution coming out of the break to turn it over and give an easy 2. Points are critical in a game like this of low possession and this pace. Have to take care of the basketball.
What a fight by Wheeler down low, splits 2 defenders and 1. And Wheeler will go to the line to try to finish off the 3-point play.
And Kiera Wheeler is getting a little bit of juice from this and one. The big-to-big interior passing, splitting the double team and getting it up on the board. She's not had a clean look all night long. She's been able to make shots over contest, around contest. So it's so frustrating when you're a scorer of her caliber that you have not been able to get rewarded with an easy one. But you can see her muscling that one home and showing her true ability.
In the loss against Howard back in January, Wheeler had 21 as Blake able to take advantage of Wheeler not being able to corral that pass together, and as a result, an 8-point game.
Well, that's one if you're Blake. It just came right to you. You had the ball on the first interior pass. You juggled it, lost it. Somehow it bounced back to you. And an offensive foul on a moving screen. The ball headed back to Howard.
So the 6-point advantage held here by the Spartans as Marissa Steele heads back in the game. How about the game that Vanessa Blake is putting together? 11 points, 8 rebounds, including 4 of those rebounds being of the offensive variety. Wheeler deflected the pass, but it ends up in the hands of Hemingway, and it's a layup for Hemingway that makes it a 4-point contest.
Back-to-back bounces going in the right direction for Howard. Johnny on the spot. Hemingway able to corral that one for an easy layup.
Williams goes in, lost the ball. Walker, 2-on-3, throws it up, and it fell off the front of the rim somehow. It just stood still.
Wow, the physics on that one. I thought it was going to stop for a moment.
Warren trying to create. Good defense, but a little bit too good by the Spartans as it leads to a foul as Steele tried to make her way to the rim.
You know, Derek, I don't know if I've ever seen this in all of my years of playing, but a ball just literally stops and pauses on the rim on the front of the one. That's incredible.
You would think, I mean, that looked like it was going to go in for just a teeny tiny split second.
Just enough energy to fall out.
The 3 missed by Walker and back over to Howard.
Game of inches, you know, those are the type of bounces that you see in March. When March comes around, it's those types of bounces that go in or out that decide ball games. But it's been the effort of Howard in this second half, particularly starting this fourth quarter once again, that has been the difference. They have been the more energetic team. They have fought more for the loose balls, and when you do that, the balls are going their way. And the big way to judge in which that they have had so much more energy is the offensive rebounding margins. 10 offensive rebounds to Norfolk State's 1.
That's been a big difference maker in the second half as Walker able to make it a 2-point contest. Credit Howard. They have fought back down by as much as 14 at one point in the second quarter. It's down to 2.
The matchup zone is causing some problems for Norfolk State.
Richardson tries to answer, cannot. And that pass ahead to Warren. Ooh, that almost got us.
Yeah, it did. Glad you were ready over here. Look, you were ready to catch that one.
Yes.
Shoot you a tray up yourself.
Yeah, I'm a lefty, so I have to. It takes me a little longer to get that shot off from where we're sitting.
Well, that's when you use your shot fake and you go around them.
That's true. 47-45. Howard looking for their first lead since the start of the second quarter as that ball goes out of bounds over to the Spartans. And this has been a little bit of the issue for Howard in this sense. They've gotten close a couple of times now in the second half, but have not been able to get over the top as that defense of Norfolk State comes up with a stop.
Well, this is where you want to show the identity of your team. You talked to Coach Ty Grayson. She talks about she wants her team to be a tough-nosed, tough-minded team, similar to what she played in her playing days. And this is the moment that you have to step up. You have the top-ranked team on the ropes, on the road, in the fourth quarter of the game. This is the money time. And if you're Howard, you want to step up and get some big defensive stops.
Great attack by Richardson that leads to 2 free throws. Miller back in. Hemingway will take a seat. So Richardson with an opportunity here to get in the double figures. Both teams now have attempted 12 free throws on the night. So the free throw trips dead heat as we head down the home stretch here in the fourth quarter.
A little bit of token zone pressure by Norfolk State trying to change it up.
Spartans up 4. Warren threw it away. A no-look feed that almost worked, but instead it ends up in the hands of the Bison, and finishing it off is Steele with the layup.
But saved it the wrong direction. Saved the basketball and threw it back towards Howard's basket. Should have thrown it towards her direction of the court. The worst could happen in that situation. You have your defense set up, but once again, it doesn't matter how you set up against Kiera Wheeler as she gets it in her sweet spot in the mid-post and lays it up.
And right back to it is Steele with the layup.
The transition offense of Howard. Running on all cylinders, they have found the recipe against this Norfolk State team. You have to speed them up. If you can speed them up and get before they can set up that 2-3 zone and get their bigs in action, you give yourself a much better percentage to convert.
But they still don't have an answer for Wheeler down low, back to the line.
And I'm not sure if anyone has an answer for Wheeler as she's able to get great position down low and the beautiful hands catching that pass that was off the mark, corralling it in and getting it up on the boards, drawing the foul, shooting 2.
That'll be the 4th on Miller. Wheeler pours in the first free throw. Wheeler second in scoring in the MEAC. Gets 1 out of 2, second to only her teammate, Diamond Johnson.
Diamond Johnson only 9 points in this game so far, averaging over 20 in conference play. This is the moment that you expect her to step up her play in the clutch.
The miss by Miller leading to a turnover down low on the attack, the bump against Sky Robinson. And that will lead to Robinson heading to the free throw line. Katie, Devin Booker, and the Suns in our ABC primetime game. And the stacked UFC 299 main card begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. 3-point contest in favor of the Spartans. Wheeler leading the charge offensively for the Spartans with 12 points. Blake, 11 and 9, a part of the rebounding advantage that Howard has enjoyed, but 13 turnovers committed by the Bison make that 14.
And another one. And this is a game where Howard has not been able to get over the hump to get back and take over the lead as they had early and going into the second quarter. But as the bounces have been seeming to go their way, it's important if you're Norfolk State with 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go to throw your power punches now. You have to try to end this game. If it gets close down to the end, it's been showing that Howard is the one that's been able to catch the bounces. They might be able to get over the hump in the final minutes.
Approaching 4 minutes left to go. Foul line J by Wheeler. Trickles out. The battle down low. And a foul. And Sky Robinson able to establish position inside. And Robinson will visit the free throw strike.
Great effort by Robinson with the strong hands, pulling the rebound within the crowd and retaining possession.
Fields returning to the fray for the Spartans. That's the first foul against Harris of Howard. As the first free throw is in from Sky Robinson.
Free throw shooting will be very important for Norfolk State as they're in the bonus.
1 out of 2. Hemingway with the rebound. Warren still trying to get on track here in the second half. Ball deflected and stolen. Fields, who was teaching earlier today, did not practice. As a result, had to get those hours in the classroom.
Head coach Larry Vickers speaks so highly of Fields as she's the leader on this team, loves to run the show. So much poise from the point guard position and sets up her teammates where they need, and pesky on the defensive end.
Another rebound for Hemingway. Nice look inside, and the layup put home by Vanessa Blake. And a timeout called.
More. I think that Howard has seen a little bit of things in their offense of how they can take advantage of Norfolk State in the transition game. But Norfolk State has such a strong interior play that when they're able to flex their muscles down low, they have the advantage on this team. But a lot of basketball to play before we could potentially see the same matchup in the final.
Johnson now down to 10 to shoot. Clark on the attack. Look at a three. Richardson could not get that to drop. And once again, another one-and-done situation as Howard comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, that's one. If you're Richardson, you want that one back in the biggest ways. Nearing towards the money time, you get a clean look coming after the after-timeout situation to line one up. Doesn't get any more free than that.
Warren with 5. Warren's done a great job distributing the basketball tonight. Down to 1, and that is a shot clock violation against Warren and the Bison.
Not the possession that Howard wanted. The entire possession, they've gotten away from what's been working, getting in the transition game, moving the ball quickly from side to side, playing with speed. They slowed that one down, and it played into the hands of Norfolk State. If you want to get the game here on the road, you have to pick it up on the pace.
Clark gets blocked. Under 2 minutes left to go. Spartans up 3.
Same set again. Have to get better man moving and executing in the half-court set. Try to get a piece of the paint to get a quality shot.
Warren pivoting, scoop layup, almost climbed up the rim and in, but instead, Clark holds her ground. And a timeout call
against the rest of the MEAC.
Bonus opportunity for the Spartans rest of the way. Wheeler throws it up with the right hand, catches the rim in the hands of Ncaaw Miller.
Good decision to go into Wheeler, just not able to come up with it.
Approaching 1 minute left.
Got to get into your action much quicker if you're Howard.
Walker puts it up, no good. Rebound controlled by Fields.
The ball to Diamond Johnson. Isolation situation at the end of the game.
Down to 10. Johnson sets it up for Clark with 5 into Wheeler. Wheeler puts it in.
Big bucket, and she says no, you're too little, as she got great position down low on the duck in, turns over that right shoulder.
Warren blazing down the floor and draws the foul.
Getting into the isolation situation, going pick and roll, skipping it across, but it's Wheeler carving out paint, touches, deep position. And that's dead man's land if you're behind Wheeler in the low post, letting them know too small.
That's been an excellent play for the Spartans. Get the ball to Wheeler in the low blocks.
Now you got 18.4 to go, and you have Warren at the line shooting for 2. You want to get ready to go ahead and get in foul mode if you are Howard. So if after she makes this second free throw, you want to get into the full court press situation, give it a tick or two. Maybe you can get a steal, put the pressure on the ball, see if you can get a steal or a deflection before you go into foul mode situation. But a really good timeout here by Larry Vickers to talk this thing over. And now it's win or go home. And this is another game, if you're Norfolk State, you want to go ahead and win this one to keep the momentum going into the tournament.
The Spartans have won 11 straight. They've also won 9 straight here at home. Oh, almost setting up to take the 3 was Clark, but wisely held on to that ball, and it led to a foul. That is not what you want, somebody shooting in that spot.
No, you have the time on your hands, but you know, when you're a shooter and you're wide open, your instincts are to let it fly, but you had an opportunity to go ahead and swing it against the double team before they foul and get a few more seconds off the clock. But Clark, a 78% free throw shooter, good decision by her to hold on to that ball and go to the line and extend this lead.
1 out of 2 for Clark. Hemingway gets the rebound, and a timeout is called by Howard. Now have 2 timeouts remaining with 12.7 seconds left to go.
You have to try to go for the offensive rebound and try to get a second crack at it if you do not execute.
12.7 left to go. Hemingway, turnaround shot, a tough one, no good. Controlled by the Spartans with 5 seconds left, and a foul applied to Fields, and that could be it for the Howard Bison.
Just how the Spartans have done all season long, leaning on their defense on the final possession. Almost a near 5-second call on the inbounds, but the pressure as they were able to get the ball in, forcing a fadeaway jumper to be errant and pulling the rebound. Fields to the line to put this one away.
One more for Fields. Fields puts it in. 59-53 lead, 1 second left, and that will do it. The Spartans win their 12th game in a row and finish up a perfect home slate here at Eccles Hall.